Hello and welcome to one of the demo rooms at Signals Hi-Fi. Today I'm going to talk about isolation, and these particular ones are the arena isolation pucks, I suppose you'd call them, from Lateral. Now, lovely little packaging, and what we have here is a sort of carbon fibre plate that they sit on. Then what I assume is a stainless steel area, and then this little logo which must face to the front. I don't know if you can see it there, and then a rubberized sort of gel feeling pad at the bottom. And the idea is you put these onto your stand, 3 or 4 depending on how many feet the piece of equipment has, and then you put the piece of equipment on top of these. And what I'm going to try today is we're going to use a CD player in this instance, listen to that couple of tracks, then I'm going to put these in and see if I can explain the differences I'm hearing, if any. Firstly, I'm just going to show you the little system that I've put together in this demo room to run this experiment. So although I'm not going to use it in the experiment, I've set up a Riga P8. We've got its own dedicated power supply. We've got our own phono stage. Then over here, we have the CD player, which we're going to put the feet underneath. Then we have a Riga amplifier. We have a Cord DAC, Melco for our streaming and digital side of things, and then an FE separate power supply. That's something I'm going to talk about more in depth on another video. But for today, we're going to try this CD player with or without the isolation pucks running through this amplifier into these new Dynaudio special speakers. Now, as you can see, I've got a whole heap of vinyl and CDs to choose from, but I randomly found this one, high-end demonstration tracks. I'm not familiar with this CD, so this is going to be ideal for this test. We'll try it first without the arena feet. I'll listen to a track, then I'll literally put the feet on and see if I can detect any difference.
Kanskje var det spenning, kanskje var det trøst.
Okay, I've installed the arena feet on the Riga CD player. I've not listened to it yet. I'm going to hit play and let's try and explain if there's any difference.
Kanskje var det spenning, kanskje var det trøst. Kan ha vært latter, kanskje bare lyst. Kan ha vært vinter, kan ha vært tomt.
That's quite remarkable. The effect they've had is actually instruments, actually it's not, it's sound staging. Everything is opened up. The sound stage is a little bit wider. There's tighter, more punchy bass. Very interesting. I don't know if it's going to pick that up on that recording. I don't know how that's going to even sound on that recording. But the instant I pressed play, straight away everything had opened up, and I'm pretty impressed with the difference. I might actually try those now on the turntable and see if it makes the same difference, same improvement. But on the CD, it's definitely changed it. It's cleaned it up, opened it up. I think the bass is slightly tighter, the soundstage is more defined. I think the treble's a little crisper as too. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to have to quickly do that A/B again because some time has elapsed now. But my first impression was tighter bass, definite difference in soundstage, and I'm pretty sure the HF was cleaned up as well. But I'm going to quickly do that A/B personally for myself again, and then I'm going to try it on a turntable and see if the same thing happened. Okay, On the amplifier, it was a similar effect as I had with the CD player. Slightly lesser degree, but it did change the sonic characteristics. What I would love to be able to do is put them under the CD player and the amplifier and run the experiment again, but at the minute I've only got 4 to play about with. So in conclusion, it has a radical effect on CD players, or this CD player in particular. It had an effect on the turntable, but it wasn't as vast as it was on the CD player. That could be turntable specific. I would have to run further experiments to see if that's the case. Amplifier, it did make a difference, but to explain that, it just seemed to make it a little bit more punchy, maybe. Certainly felt like it had a bit more drive, and it's got nothing to do with them being on or off. This system has been set up by me and it's been running and it's been permanently on for several days, so it's as warm as it could possibly be. So in conclusion, the Arena Feet I thought worked very, very well on the CDS source. So great little experiment. I enjoyed doing that. I've enjoyed having this set up. It's all components that I thought might work well together, and I've listened to it for several days to become familiar with it, so I can then start experimenting with adding or subtracting various components and adding some sort of add-on features to see exactly what the differences were. It's sort of a reference point for me. A good friend of mine popped into Signals today and was shocked that I didn't have isoacoustics feet on the on the speakers we've got here. That'll be an experiment I'll do another time, but I have already tried isoacoustics feet personally, and I know they work really, really well. Anyway, that was a quick review on the Lateral Arena little pucks, I'm going to call those, and they seem to really work, particularly on that CD player. Anyway, take care guys, I'll catch up with you soon.